The night before AEW Battle of the Belts, we saw Dr. Britt Baker team up with Jamie Hayter to take on Riho and Ruby Soho. We also had Hook in action tonight against Aaron Solo, and a no DQ match featuring Eddie Kingston, Santana and Ortiz against Daniel Garcia and 2.0. But yeah, the first match on the card was Adam Cole in action against Jake Atlas in his first match since he joined AEW. Impressive start to the match for Atlas, who escaped a head scissors in style early on and took the fight to Cole and wasn't backing down. Cole didn't end up taking control of the match until a few minutes in before Atlas broke free of a headlock and hit a Hurricane Rana, forcing Cole to roll out the ring. Atlas followed up with a drop kick. Back in the ring, Cole then hit back with a pump kick, followed by a Yushi-Ganoshi. Atlas kicked out at the last moment. Atlas then hit back with a modified powerbomb, getting a 2 count. Cole then comes to the springboard to the knee. This ended up injuring Atlas and crumbled the floor while Cole attempted the Panama Sunrise. Instead, Cole locked in a knee bar, forcing Atlas to tap out. But yeah, obviously this match was kind of overshadowed by everything that went on after during the match with Cole's injury. Atlas injury. So yeah, the match was fun. Of course, after the match we got Redragon coming down to the ring as the Doctor checked up on Atlas and helped them out of the ring. Best Friends and Orange Cassidy came down as well. Jake Atlas, kind of his injury kind of overshadowed the show. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Obviously wish Atlas well in his recovery, but could have easily got 7. Andrade was backstage with Tony Schiavone and said that the problem wasn't with Sting, but he asked why that little kid Darby Allin worked for the AEW icon. Andrade then added that he wanted Darby Allin to become one of his assistants and asked Sting for the prize. This is really good from Andrade actually. Hopefully it's the start of getting back into him. Before we got Hook versus Aaron Solo. Hook hit a modified body backdrop as the match began and followed up with Electric, taking Solo down. Hook forced Solo into the corner and followed up with rights to the midsection. QT then grabbed Hook's leg from ringside, but the young star took Solo down with Russian Exy once he'd gone. Hook followed out with some strikes before locking in the re-jump to get the win. QT Marshall got back in the ring after the match and went right in Hook's face. Hook replied with a suplex to QT before walking away. Yeah, another great match for Hook. Really getting over now. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Keep going, Hook. Next up was Britt Baker and Jamie Hayto versus Riho and Ruby Soho. Riho pulled Ruby Soho out the ring before the bell rang, allowing Baker and Hayto to blindside Riho before the match started. Soho quickly got back into the ring when the match started. Once the match officially began, Riho and Soho started on top, trading tags to work on Hayto. Hayto had a big power advantage and powered Soho into her corner and made the tag. Soho then hit Baker with a snap suplex and Britt raked Soho across the eye before Reba caught Soho from ringside. The heels and Ruby Soho isolated in their corner as they traded tags and worked her over. Soho then hit back with a Saito suplex before the former women's champion was all over Hayter, but Baker blindsided her once again. She fought back with a tornado DDT to Hayter for a near fall. Riho then rolled Jamie Hayter up to pick up the victory. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 and gave us the perfect preview for Battle of the Belts. So yeah, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Next up was Daniel Garcia in 2.0 versus Eddie Kingston, Santana and Ortiz. The brawl started backstage during the pre-interview and headed out to the ring. Kingston was all over Garcia inside the ring, smashing him with a trash can. Meanwhile, Proud and Powerful took care of business at ringside. Garcia then got a thumb to the eye and Santana and Ortiz hit Parker with a suplex to the floor. Matt Lee and Ortiz then rolled into the ring before smashing Santana. The match continued as we headed into a break. Santana hit Jeff Parker with a rolling cutter before taking down Matt Lee. Garcia then rolled up Ortiz for a 2 count. Kingston then came in and hit Garcia with an overhead suplex. Santana followed that with a frog splash, but Parker broke it up. Matt Lee then headed for a DDT. Garcia brought the ring bell in and smashed Kingston with it, but he somehow managed to kick out. Back to the ring, Garcia in 2.0 hit a triple suplex to Kingston through the timekeeper's table, but Ortiz tried to come to his aid but got taken out with a low blow. Garcia then hit back with a boot on Santana before turning his attention to Ortiz, and they traded strikes. Santana and Ortiz then got a double team on Garcia, but Parker broke up the count. Santana and Ortiz then hit Parker with a Bruto combo and pinned them for the win. The heels tapered Eddie Kingston to the rope after the match finish. As they continued to punish him, Jericho ran down to the commentator's booth to make the save. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Not that this wasn't fun at all, because it was, but yeah, to be honest, I'm still just not really massively feeling this feud, but yeah, let's see where it goes. Overall, AEW Rampage gets 6 out of 10 from me. Yeah, it was a fun show this week. Obviously, for me, it wasn't as good as some of the Rampage we've seen previously, but still a fun little show. Hour flies by, lots of fun little action, but obviously kind of overshadowed by the Jake Atlas stuff and stuff like that. But yeah, on the whole, it's a decent enough show. But anyway, guys, that's it for the video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, put your thoughts, comments down below, follow on Twitter, links for daily wrestling news, and subscribe to our channel on the screen right now. I'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.